I think it's a pretty good plan. We should be able to pull it off this time. What do you think, Abdul? Can you give me a number crunch real quick?
Yeah, give me a sec. I'm coming up with 32.33, repeating, of course, percentage of survival.
Oh, that's a lot better than we usually do.
Alright, chums up.
Ready, guys?
Let's do this. Leroy Dragons!
Oh my god, he just ran in.
And for today, or for this week's episode, I guess we got a topic of World of Warcraft. I have no life. I guess, basically, you know, the initial launch of the game, I honestly didn't really know about this game when it first released. I think I found it, in 2006 or 7, I suppose. I think that's kind of the same time that
you got me into it in 2007. Yep.
So the initial release, like, personally, I'm not much for this type of game generally, so I'm kind of surprised that I actually caught on and liked it as much as I did, but quite a bit to it, just, you know, as far as the actual game. So it's just so much that can be done, in my opinion. Like, even if you don't want to go progress for, you know, end game content and stuff, you got professions to level, and I think that's kind of mainly what we focused on when we first started playing. But
massive continents and villages and races and enemy types. Yeah. So, if we go back into the way back machine, like in 2007, Justin and I first met in our first jobs working at a lovely retail chain that I won't name. But basically, we were both young, early 20s. We had these jobs where we didn't have to be to work until 9 or 10. And we could afford to stay up playing this game until, I don't know, wee hours of the morning, 5 in the morning sometimes on weeknights, and we'd still make it to work. And this, like Justin said, like an MMO, you know, a massively multiplayer online like RPG type game like this isn't something that appealed to me. And Justin and I were both gamers when we started working together. And I remember making fun of him for playing this game and just kind of like talking, because I had played EverQuest on the PS2 actually, which was a pretty not pleasant experience. And when he explained this game to me, I just kind of gave him shit, and I was like, "Oh, let me guess, you beat giant rats and like whack spiders with sticks, like super fun." And then he gave me like a free trial or something, or you could get a free trial, and I started playing this, and like, yeah, I mean, just the expansiveness of what you could do in the game and things to explore, like, I instantly hooked. And then, I mean, it's kind of like made us, you know, friends pretty much ever since. We invested, I don't know, probably as much waking time into World of Warcraft in like 2007 as we did to like our actual real lives.
Probably.
That's a fair statement, I think. I can remember like playing till like 10 at night, going down to the bar, getting shit-faced. Like, bar closed at like 1 or 2, coming back and then hopping back, like, being like, "You're gonna get on, right?" Like, I'm just gonna go to bed. I'm like, "No, you're gonna get on, right?" And then we'd get on, and we played till like, just drunk as shit, till like 5 or 6 in the morning. And then still went to work. I mean, it was bad. Like, I've never, like, this is not a game that I would normally get into, and I've never had a game grab into me like in the way that World of Warcraft did.
And it's one of those.
And I loved it.
So what is it? What is it about that? Do you think it was like always having like a checklist that you need to do?
Like, for me, I think it's, you know, you got your goals that you want to achieve, and you're just so close. And then once you get there, you're like, "Oh, well, now I got to do this." So then you start doing that, and before you realize it, it's, you know, 5, 6, 7 a.m.
It's that like one more thing, and then like you can fuel that, and then like the added bonus that like somebody you actually know is, you know, like, you're adventuring. Like, to me, World of Warcraft wasn't like my Tauren was running through a game. It was fucking Justin and I took on Crossroads and like battled off the fucking Alliance who were attacking the. I mean, that's the whole thing. Is like it's almost like these real world experiences that you have with people in this world that almost feels that real to you. It's just this weird, yeah, and like that sense of progression and that sense of one more thing, and like I don't know. I mean, that in itself is one thing, and then you add in like just the other people playing with you, and it just becomes almost gross. I mean, with how like involved you get with it. Like, for example, like I will say, if I had found this game before I started dating my wife, I would be living in my parents' basement, like eating fucking microwave burritos and like 500 pounds by now, probably still playing this game. Like, it pulled me, like, she pulled me out of it. Like, but I can't believe she even like stayed with me through like how bad I was hooked into this game. Like, I remember, so we hadn't been married. We got married in the end of 2007. Not Justin and I, my wife and I.
What?
And yeah, I'm sorry. And I remember, like, it was like so I had a weird retail job, so I didn't get like full weekends off, but it was like my one night off. Like, it was Saturday night or whatever. I didn't have to work Sunday. And I got off work late, retail job again. And Jill's like, my wife was texting me, and she's like, come on out, I'm at the bar with like these people, and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yeah, but World of Warcraft. So she's like, no, like texting me throughout the night. I'm like, no, I'm good. So then I just like instantly, like I'd walk in the door, throw everything down, wouldn't even eat, grab 2 Coors Lights, cause I was gross and drank Coors Light at the time, and just like, sit next to the computer, log in, play. It's gross. I'm sorry, Andy. So this particular instant was like a wake up call for me, because like we were nearing our wedding, and like she came back from the bar this particular night. Like, she was drunk, obviously that had something to do with it, but she was genuinely pissed, validly so. And Justin and I, voice chat had just been introduced, I think.
Well, we were doing an event,
like,
I think, or something. But yeah.
Yeah. We were doing I think we were about to go into like some sort of instance where we had like gathered all these people. I don't know. And she just walked in. Like, this is an old desktop computer. I got the keyboard, I got the mouse, I got the headset. She just fucking like limp arm, like slaps everything off my desk. Keyboard, mouse, all of it goes flying against the wall. And just like snaps me out. I was like, holy shit, like, what's happening here? And just starts like screaming at me and like threw my headset against the wall. And yeah, I totally deserved it. Like, it was bad. And then that was when I was like, wow, this is not healthy. And I can't explain why I'm disinvested into it, but I totally am. It was awkward.
It was
for
awkward,
Justin,
actually.
mostly.
Yes.
And humiliating for me.
The best part was when she grabbed the headset and then talked to me. It's like, well, yeah.
Yeah, that's right. And I'm just like, I'm in the background. I'm like, I'm sorry, Justin. And I think
Ryan can't come and play right now.
And even at our weddings, Justin's girlfriend at the time was apologizing to my wife for Justin introducing me to World of Warcraft. Like, at the reception. It was pretty hilarious.
Okay, so the big like litmus test usually for like how bad you were in, deep into World of Warcraft was, have you peed in a bottle while playing World of Warcraft?
No.
Okay. So you weren't that bad. There's a lot of people that say that, yeah, that's pretty much where you hit the rock bottom.
It told you we were fine.
Yeah, we were totally fine. In a not fine kind of way.
Yeah, I mean, like, there's just so much. And you just... so much to do, and you never have enough time.
I can say a little bit about my background, which is, as much as it is weird that you two got really into this game, it's just as weird that I didn't, because I am an RPG guy. I am that guy that wants to build my levels up and stuff like that. And I think it mainly became out of the name of Warcraft, because I was a big fan of Warcraft 2 and 3, which are real-time strategy games, not anywhere close to what World of Warcraft is. and seeing kind of like all the previews and stuff of what that World of Warcraft was going to be, it kind of made me upset that it wasn't going to be anywhere near what I was expecting. But I was optimistic that, hey, it's an RPG, I'll try it out. I had a friend who ended up getting it. We tried it out, and pretty much every time I tried it out, it just seemed like it was just really tiny fetch quests. Somebody says, oh, I need 5 of these things, so go over in the woods and get 5 of these things. And it didn't seem like it had a lot of depth. But I think, obviously, that's where more of the end game stuff comes, right? The raids and stuff like that.
The beginning quests, too, that's all it is like the first probably, I think they, trial up to 20 levels or something. Yeah. That's what they did do. But when you would do you get up to level 20, and then you actually have quests that progress further than go kill 10 of these. Like, you still have those quests, but you have other ones too, where you have to, venture into other zones and explore certain areas. Then you have like the dungeons too that start level 15 to 20ish, somewhere in there, that a lot of people that start playing don't do because they don't realize that it's there, I suppose. Like, I honestly didn't run anything on my first character, probably until I got to, I don't know, mid-40s, I suppose. No, it was probably upper 40s, and I tried Blackrock Depths is the one I tried first, BRD, and that was a mistake. That's probably one of the most confusing places in that game. But, you got the quests for the different dungeons that you can do, so there's actually quite a bit to it. But yeah, the first, the entry point for it is a lot of fetch quests.
Yeah, once you get into those, explore, what's around the next corner type quests that make you travel new places, that's more interesting. I will say, though, that the fetch quest stuff does not die. And that's kind of what finally burnt me out on the game, was with Wrath of the Lynch King. I'm like, sure, I'm in this new area and I'm doing all this stuff, and I'm still getting 10 of these and killing 20 of those, and that wasn't what I wanted to do to get to the raids. I didn't want to. I don't think I ever even got to level 80. I think I got close and then quit.
I think I got you to 80.
Yeah, you did, because that's right. I came back for a little bit and then played a character because you'd taken over my character after I called it quits.
I used your character to tank and nax, I think. But
yeah, to me, I love-hate this game, but I think it peaked for me at the Burning Crusade days. I think that's when the game was the most enjoyable and not watered down, and I don't know. There was just a lot to do with that first expansion that made it really fun.